Kevin Durant is set to become a free agent next summer, and he said he'll be, quote, honest about his plans throughout this season with the Warriors. KD wasn't a fan of all the criticism he faced after switching teams in 2016, but says that this time he will be, quote, open and transparent with the media. You're now joined by Yahoo senior NBA insider Chris Haynes. Thanks for joining us.
And by the way, Chris is so big, he had NBA stars breaking news on his job movie. Am I right about that?
I don't know where they got that information.
I don't either.
I don't know how they got it.
Man.
Well, that's very interesting. You know the Warriors so well. So, in your expert opinion, what is your gut saying about where KD will end up next summer?
This could get me in trouble here.
Okay. Spill.
So let's go. When was the last time the Lakers and the Knicks were relevant at the same time?
Ooh, you got to go back to 70.
Yeah, some millennials don't even know anything about that. They haven't even experienced anything like that. Look, I will say this. New York Knicks have a very good shot at luring KD away from the Bay Area.
Wow.
The reason I say that is his business partner, Rich Kleiman, is based in New York. A huge New York Knicks fan. Their business is located and based in New York. KD's dad is a big New York Knicks fan.
Okay.
The same allure that LeBron had towards the Los Angeles Lakers, just the building, the culture. Same thing, the same way I know that KD feels about the Knicks.
Wow.
Now, I will say this. Golden State does have the edge, obviously, what they built. But I think for Golden State Warriors fan, I was arguing with a fan about this. It will always be Stephen Curry's team. And this will not, if he were to bolt, this wouldn't be a situation like it was with LeBron leaving Cleveland. You know, he went over there, had, a good ride, going off the greener pastures. So I will say Golden State has the edge, but the Knicks, I think they'll be in play.
Does that scare you? He's KD or bust with LeBron.
Well, I felt that the Lakers are going to get a D on the report card. They're going to get KD or AD. One of those guys will be in 2019. Will be playing with the Lakers. Not, I would prefer KD because KD and LeBron. But I don't know if the NBA really wanted that to happen. They want to make it fair somewhat. But I thought KD was fair in his life. I think he was open and honest. He didn't say he was going here or there. He had a meeting with Golden State. He liked what they had to offer. I think when people fought KD, they're like, bruh, you were up 3-1 on that team. That team won 73 games without you. And they had a two-time league MVP. The last time he won it was unanimous. And you go join them, and you want us to, be what, applaud or be happy? So I don't think he hid anything. He never said he was going back to OKC. I thought he was open and honest with that process. I just think the thing is for him is that he hears what everybody says. And it bothers him to an extent. And so it seems to me that he goes out there, it's like, oh, y'all think I can only play basketball here in Golden State. I'm the best. I'm sure deep down he thinks he's the best player.
He'll tell you he's the best player.
Yes.
And he is. But go ahead.
Chris know who the best player. He lives here in Brentwood. Chris, hold on, well, go ahead.
Why y'all doing this?
I'm going to ask you, Chris, you here. Because on this show right here, if you notice, we ain't on the same side. So you got to pick a side.
You're going to put him right on that hot
seat. I put him right on it.
Where your chair goes.
Hey, they gave me the list of questions before I came on. That wasn't on it. I was not prepared for that, sir.
Chris, who's the back-to-back Finals MVP? It's that guy, Kevin guy, right? That guy?
Chris. If you
he's
swap
7 feet tall.
Yeah, he's special.
LeBron can't shoot it the way this man can shoot. He can't shoot free throws the way this man can. He can't shoot threes the way this pull up threes at 7 feet tall.
KD can't drive the basketball. He can't rebound the basketball. He can't assist the basketball.
Can LeBron, can he defend the way Kevin Durant can defend?
That's what the numbers say.
Shut it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I'm kind of with you. You can't degrade Kevin Durant like that. I mean, the guy's a distributor. He's a rebounder. He's an all-around player.
Up until Kevin Durant averaging 4 assists a game. 4. That's what he averaged for a career. What am I supposed to do with that, Chris?
But he wasn't the main primary ball handler like
That's what I'm trying to say. LeBron is not trying to score the basketball like KD. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to jump in here.
Thank
you. Look, right now, I would have to still go with LeBron at number 1. KD is right there. It's right there. And there's not a big difference. There's not a big separation.
There's no question about it.
There's not a big separation. But you got to go with the man who's 34, put the team on his back, do it all. KD can as well. But, you know, I've covered both those guys extensively on a day-to-day basis. I seen LeBron, man, coming back from that 3-1 deficit a couple years ago, man, I haven't seen anybody be able to do anything like that.
LeBron play any defense anymore? I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Well, wait a second. Kevin Durant was 5th in blocks in this league, and I know LeBron gets his occasional exaggerated. Wait a second. He gets his occasional overrated chase down block.
Oh, it's overrated now.
Built for 2 in that Game 7. But that's all it was. But KD was 5th in the league in block shots. He became Golden State's rim protector. He became maybe the best rim protector in basketball. He gave Golden State something they did not have. And you're not factoring that you're all offense, no defense.
No.
Way to go.
But what you're doing is that you said he finished 5th, but he's taller than everybody else that finished except Rudy Gobert.
Okay, well, I can't help that.
Let me ask Chris this. If you were to swap LeBron and put him on Golden State and you took KD and put him on the Cavs, is there any difference in the outcome of the series?
I think there is.
If you took no. I'm saying as they're currently constructed. I'm saying you trying to say Kevin Durant with the Cavaliers and JR and Kevin Love would have beat the Golden State Warriors with Steph, LeBron, Clay, and Draymond. Is that what you're telling me?
I don't think so.
No.
With that team, I don't think so. I think you got to put different personnel around KD.
But LeBron didn't have different personnel. He had that.
I mean, your personnel has to be geared towards your talent and your skill set. And I think that talent was geared towards LeBron. I'm not saying KD can't do it.
Right.
I just think he needs.
Shannon, what do we see in the last 2 Game 3s of the last 2 finals? What do we see? We saw that KD has killer in him and LeBron has shaky in him. That's what we saw. That's what we saw. In the end, that's what we saw.
I mean, LeBron, you like it. Chris can't even go with that one. Chris can't even go with that one. Chris, I can't go. Chris, you can't even go with that.
I can't do that. Come on,
Chris. Did you see the end of Game 1 last year in Oakland? I'm sure you were there.
I was there.
And what happened in the timeout before overtime started? Did you see what LeBron did on the bench?
I saw what JR did before that. I saw what JR did before that.
And I saw a complete meltdown by a guy he says is one of the great leaders in the history of sports. I saw him melt down on the bench and put his head down.
He didn't put his head down. Stop.
It was a tantrum that he threw on the bench.
You know what?
And he had to sit away from the team. I don't even want to associate with these people. It's tied. You got Oakland tied. You got Golden State.
They had him beat.
They had him.
That was demoralizing.
Please, if you're a great leader, Michael Jordan would have said, "Here we go."
Michael Jordan never faced no team like that.
Michael Jordan would have torn this team apart. Trust me, he would have just torn their psyche apart. I'm the guy who actually covered Michael Jordan.
And Skip. I grew up. We feel the spirit over here. Hey, Skip. But Jordan was my idol growing up, just as a basketball fan. So I feel you right there, Michael
Jordan. You must have forgotten about it.
No, it ain't forgotten.
You outgrew him.
I don't remember. I just don't remember Jordan have to go up against the likes of a KD, a Steph, a Klay Thompson, Draymond.
Before we go, I got to finish this because you know Kevin Durant face to face. I only know him through people around him. But Kevin's a weird dude. He's his own guy, as you know.
Yeah.
And he is liable to shock the world with this next choice of his. And again, I'm not eliminating the possibility that he would say, let's just do the hypothetical. They win again. Let's say he's the MVP again. So it's 3 straight. And he says, you know what? Because he loves LeBron. They are very close, as you know. And again, does he think he's better in his heart? Sure he does. But he would say at that stage, as LeBron goes into his 17th season, you know what? He's got 2 houses here. KD does. I'm going to go down to L.A. and I'm going to help my friend LeBron win 1 more championship. That would be a lot to him. And I get I love your New York point because those are strong points. It's very intriguing. But I could also see him saying, LeBron's going to need me more than New York will need me. That's just a gut feeling on my part.
I think the Lakers will recruit KD. Obviously, they have to.
Yep.
But if KD goes to New York, it's his team.
Okay.
And then
we'd have to share the stage.
You have to share
it
the
would
stage.
still be LeBron's team.
It would still be LeBron's team. And then just the whole stigma about KD joining a superpower. I mean, that wouldn't change if he came over here.
All right.
So I just don't see that happening.
All right. Well, hey, we're going to stick with the Lakers. You guys bring up some good points. And Chris is going to stick around because you're making this pretty fun. Are they actually contenders in the West? He's going to fall off his chair.
I thought it was real fun.
We'll discuss that next.